Tokyo-Yokohama. The Greater Tokyo Area is the most populous metropolitan area in the world, consisting of the Kanto region of Japan as well as the prefecture of Yamanashi of the neighboring Chubu region. In Japanese, it is referred to by various terms, one of the most common being capital region. A 2016 United Nations estimate puts the total population at 38,140,000. It covers an area of approximately 13,500 square kilometers. The area has the largest metropolitan economy in the world, with a total GDP of approximately $1.8 trillion in 2017. There are various definitions of the Greater Tokyo Area, each of which tries to incorporate different aspects. Some definitions are clearly defined by law or government regulation. Some are based costly on administrative areas, while others are for research purposes such as commuting patterns or distance from central Tokyo. Each definition has a different population figure, granularity, methodology, and spatial association. Notes and sources. All figures issued by Japan Statistics Bureau, except for Metro Employment Area. A study by Center for Spatial Information Service, the University of Tokyo. Abbreviations. CF for National Census Final Data. CR for Civil Registry. CP for Census Preliminary. The National Capital Region of Japan refers to the Greater Tokyo Area as defined by the National Capital Region Planning Act of 1956, which defines it as Tokyo and its surrounding area declared by government ordinance. The government ordinance defined it as Tokyo and all 6 prefectures in the Kanto region plus Yamanashi Prefecture. While this includes all of Greater Tokyo, it also includes sparsely populated mountain areas as well as far-flung Bonan Islands which are administered under Tokyo, using the one metropolis 3 prefectures definition. Tokyo is 13,555.65 square kilometers, a similar size to that of Los Angeles County, and almost 2/3 smaller than the combined statistical area of New York City, at 30,671 square kilometers and 21.9 million people. Other metropolitan areas such as Greater Jakarta are considerably more compact as well as more densely populated than Greater Tokyo. Tokyo is legally classified as a 2, which translates as metropolis, and is treated as one of the 47 prefectures of Japan. The metropolis is administered by the Tokyo Metropolitan Government as a whole. Central Tokyo, situated in the eastern portion of Tokyo metropolis, was once incorporated as Tokyo City, which was dismantled during World War II. Its subdivisions have been reclassified as special wards. The 23 special wards currently have the legal status of cities, with individual mayors and city councils, and they call themselves cities in English. However, when listing Japan's largest cities, Tokyo's 23 wards are often counted as a single city. Western Tokyo, known as the Tama area, comprises a number of municipalities, including these suburban cities. The core cities of the Greater Tokyo Area outside Tokyo metropolis are the other cities in Chiba, Kanagawa and Saitama prefectures are. Source: stat.go.jp Census 2005. In the major metropolitan area definition used by the Japanese Statistics Bureau, the following cities in Ibaraki, Tochigi, Gunma, Yamanashi, and Shizuoka prefectures are included. Tighter definitions for Greater Tokyo do not include adjacent metropolitan areas of Numazu Mishima. To the north, if they are included, Greater Tokyo's population would be around 39 million. At the center of the main urban area are the 23 special wards, formerly treated as a single city but now governed as separate municipalities, and containing many major commercial centers such as Shinjuku, Shibuya, Ikebukuro and Ginza. Around the 23 special wards are a multitude of suburban cities which merge seamlessly into each other to form a continuous built-up area, circumnavigated by the heavily traveled Route 16 which forms a Hashiji within the Route 16 loop. The coastline of Tokyo Bay is heavily industrialized, with the Keihan industrial area stretching from Tokyo down to Yokohama, and the Kyo industrial zone from Tokyo eastwards to Chiba. Along the periphery of the main urban area are numerous new suburban housing developments such as The Tama New Town. The landscape is relatively flat compared to most of Japan, most of it comprising low hills. Outside the Route 16 loop, the landscape becomes more rural. To the southwest is an area known as Shona, which contains various cities and towns along the coast of Sagami Bay. And to the west, the area is mountainous. Many rivers run through the area, the major ones being Arakawa and Tama River. Tokyo metropolitan area has the largest city economy in the world and is one of the major global center of trade and commerce along with New York City and London. So, the agglomeration of Tokyo is the world's largest economy, with the largest gross metropolitan product at over $2 trillion purchasing power parity in the world according